Hey y'all, it's 4 o'clock. We will go ahead and jump right in. So have a block ready, something that you can use as a block to elevate. If you don't have one, it's fine. Start the playlist. It's on Spotify, 4.25 Yonder Flow, and start your playlist and get to Supta Baddha Konasana on your backs. Lie all the way down. Bring the soles of your feet together. And let your knees fall out wide. Let your body soften onto the earth. Let your arms rest anywhere that is comfortable, down by your sides, on your belly, or up above your head. Give yourself a moment to just settle in. Now take a couple of cleansing breaths to start. Breathe in through your nose, fill with air. When you get to the top, open your mouth, pour your air out. Breathe in. Audibly let it go. Again, inhale, feel your back ribs press into the earth as your front ribs expand to the sky. Pause at the top, feel full. And release. One more because it feels so good. Inhale. Maybe sip in a touch more air at the top, really expand your lungs. Pour your breath out. Seal your lips to touch. Breathe in and out through your nose. And as we start today, think of something that used to be out of your reach that is not anymore. Some goal you have achieved, some milestone you have passed, something now that you have or that is easy that wasn't before. And just come into this idea that what is out of your reach is only just beyond your fingertips until it is not. And that anything you set your mind to, you can achieve and overcome. Breathe in. Through your nose, breathe out. Come into your Ujjayi pranayama. Inhale. As you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. Create that audible and textured breath, like the sound of an ocean wave. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more as you are. Fill with air. Exhale. Close your knees together. Hug them into your chest. Take a couple gentle rocks side to side. Maybe draw circles with your knees. Coming into movement into your body. And then take an early happy baby. Reach for your ankles, or maybe you're already ready to catch your feet. Keep your low back sealed to the ground and be gentle here. Maybe continue little movements. Start to open up your hips. And then re-hug your knees back into your chest. Breathe in. Let it go. Let's get to it. Start to rock and roll the length of your spine. Give yourself a couple rocks. Massage out your vertebrae, your spine. And then eventually come into your tabletop pose. stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. You can tuck or untuck your toes, either way is fine. And then breathe in for cow pose. Lower your belly down as you expand your chest and gaze up. And then exhale, cat pose. Round your spine to the sky. Breathe in for your cow. Crack your chest open. Exhale for your cat. Breathe in, cow pose. Drag your chest between your arms. Press the earth away. Exhale, cat pose. Round your spine. Protract your scapula. Create more space between your shoulder blades. And now continue on your own breath, your own rhythm. Add in anything else that feels good. Maybe wagging your hips side to side, drawing circles or figure eights. Really warming up your body in a way that feels right to you. Give yourself permission to pause anywhere you need to, anywhere that needs extra breath, extra space. Take about 3 more cycles of breath. And come into stillness, tabletop pose. Inhale, sweep your right arm high, reach up. Exhale, twisted puppy. Thread your right arm through the hole you've created. Bring it down to the ground. And then try to keep your hips in line with your knees, stacking over your knees still. You can use your left hand as leverage to maybe roll you open a little bit more. Breathe in. Twist a little bit deeper as you exhale, rolling your left shoulder on top of your right. And then press your left hand into the earth. Lift up, reach your right arm high. Set your right hand down. And inhale your left fingertips up. Exhale, thread it through. Bring your left shoulder and cheek to the earth. And then pull your right hip back in line so it's over your knee. You might press your right hand into the ground to create a little bit more twist. And press your right hand down, reach your left arm high. Exhale, set this down, back into your tabletop pose. Just one more round of cat-cow. So inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Really press the earth away here. Come back into neutral, but keep a little bit of protraction in your scapula, a little bit of rounding in your upper back. And then tuck your toes, lift your knees to a hover beast pose. Scoop your low belly up, press the earth away. Find engagement and activation right here. Take a big breath in. And lift your hips up high, downward facing dog. Right into movement, pedal out your feet. Move your hips side to side. Anything you need here to wake up your hamstrings. Get your whole posterior chain ready to go, the back side of your body. Take one more breath to find any movement here that you need. Get out all the cracks and snaps and then settle in to still downward facing dog. Root your hands into the earth. Press away so that you create more length in your spine. And come up really high onto your toes. Breathe in. Exhale, sink your weight back into your heels, lower them toward the earth. Do that one more time. Inhale, lift up. Lift your sits bones as high as you can. And then keep them lifted. as you lower your heels down toward the earth. Breathe in. Exhale. Crawl your hands to the back of your mat. Hang in ragdoll pose when you get there. Take a wide stance east to west in your feet, at least a foot between them. Generously bend your knees so that your belly can come into contact with the tops of your thighs. And then you can hook opposite elbows, or maybe you just crawl your fingertips from left to right. Find a little bit of movement here. Let your head hang heavy. All the weight rolling off your shoulders. And then come into stillness. Begin to roll yourself all the way to standing. Stack slowly one vertebrae at a time. Lift your low back, your middle back, your upper back, and then your head. Keep a wide stance in your feet for right now. Breathe in, stretch your arms to the sky. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale. Exhale, bend over to your left side. Glue your right foot down to the ground. Your right hip can pop out to the right side a little to really stretch from your right heel all the way out to your right fingertips. Breathe in space between your rib bones. Exhale, come through center, switch out your grip. Breathe in, stretch up high. Exhale, take a bend over to your right side, stretching your left. A big breath in, send it to your left rib cage. And exhale, come through center, breathe in, stretch up. Bend your knees, swan dive, fold forward. Bring your hands to your shins, halfway lift, lengthen out your spine, pause here. Gaze out in front of you, create more length from your tailbone to the top of your head. And then knit your ribs together, breathe in. Bend your knees, fold forward, heel toe your feet to hips width or all the way to touch. And then crawl your hands out, high plank pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your heels over the ball mounds of your feet. Energize the backs of your legs. And scoop your low belly up. Activate your quads and your glutes. Fire up your whole body. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly in this plank pose. Try to have your whole body land at the same time. Untuck your toes so the tops of your feet come onto the earth. Breathe in, lift your gaze, lift your chest, cobra pose. Gaze just out in front of your mat. Exhale, lower your nose down to the earth. Breathe in, rise up, cobra pose. Gently pinch your shoulder blades together. Get a little lighter in your hands. Exhale, lower. One more, you can take your hands wide and tense up onto your fingertips for fierce cobra. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Breathe in, gaze forward, come up high onto your toes. Take a big step to the top of your mat. When you get there, halfway lift, press your hands into your shins, lengthen your spine. Bend your knees, fold forward. Ground your feet down to rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up overhead. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana, fold. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen your spine. Plant your hands down, step back, high plank pose. Set up your foundation here. Take a full cycle of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, shift your shoulders out in front of your fingertips. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Bend your elbows, hug them into your sides. Roll onto the tops of your feet. Press them down into the ground. Upward facing dog. Lift your chest. Send your hips high, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, look forward. Come up high onto your toes. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Uttanasana, fold. Urdhva Hastasana, reach up, rise. Uttanasana, slow down. Halfway lift, breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana is your exhale, step back and lower. If you jump back, land with bent arms. Upward facing dog, drag your chest between your arms. Downward facing dog, engage your belly to lift your hips. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come up high onto your toes, gaze forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise all the way up, reach up, breathe in. Bow forward as you exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana on your exhale, take your journey. Upward facing dog, isometrically pull your hands back. Downward facing dog, lift your hips. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come up high onto your toes, travel forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Last round, breathe in, rise up high. Exhale, right back down. Half lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, your journey. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, crack your chest open. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, breath in. Let it go. Look forward, come up high onto your toes, travel. Half lift when you get there. Fold it forward. Utkatasana, chair pose, bend your knees, reach your arms up. Set up your foundation here. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Scoop your low belly up. And reach to the sky. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, shift your weight into your right foot. Pick your left foot up. Exhale, flying crescent, step your left foot to the back of your mat. And hover your chest over your right leg. If you don't like where your left foot landed, adjust it. I just adjusted mine twice. Permission for you to do the same. Bend into your right knee as you root your right foot down into the ground. And then create one long line of energy from your left heel to the crown of your head. Reach your arms behind you. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. Anjaneyasana as your exhale, slowly lower your left knee down to the earth. And then reach your arms up high. If you need to put your hands down for that transition, by all means, please do that. When you arrive in your Anjaneyasana, bend your right knee. Pull your right hip back in line with your left. Send your weight to your left hip flexor. And breathe. Inhale. Half split on your exhale. Shift your weight back shift your hips back so they're, whatever, you get it. Straighten out your right leg. The words were escaping me there. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. Rebend into your right leg as you exhale, runner's lunge. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. Star pose from here. So rise up and spin open. And then warrior two to the back of your mat. So parallel your right foot with the original front edge of your mat and take your left toes to 6 o'clock. Bend your left knee. Straighten out your right. Breathe in. Breathe out. Activate your glutes to open up through your inner thighs. And stay. And can you stay here even though you might not want to? On your next breath in, peaceful warrior, paint the sky with your left hand. Keep a bend in your left knee. Cartwheel your hands down to frame your left foot. Chaturanga Dandasana. Add on or skip any chaturangas that you like. It's your practice, so it's your choice. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come up high onto your toes, look to your hands, step or hop your feet to meet them. Halfway lift, full. Utkatasana, chair pose. Shift your weight into your left foot, breathe in. Flying crescent on your exhale, step your right foot back, hover your chest over your left thigh. And knowing that what you want is just almost within your reach, can you get the determination to stay here? Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. Anjaneyasana on your exhale, move slow. Bend your right knee, lower it to the ground, and then reach your arms high. Adjust your stance if you need to. Make sure you're scooping up your low belly so you're not dumping weight into your low back. And then pour your weight into your right hip flexor. Breathe in. Half split on your exhale, shift your hips back, straighten out your left leg. Maybe peel your left toes off the ground, flexing them toward your face. Send your breath to the space behind your left knee. And runner's lunge, rebend into your left knee, tuck your right toes, lift your right leg. Right into your star pose, rise up and spin open. Warrior two to the front of your mat. Bend your right knee, straighten out your left. Settle into your pose, let your shoulders come right on top of your hips. And then send your right knee out to the pinky toe side of your right foot. So again, activate your glutes to open up your inner thighs. Breathe in, peaceful warrior, dance it back. Cartwheel your hands down, chaturanga, dandasana. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Come up high onto your toes, look forward, travel to the top of your mat. Halfway lift when you get there. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Breathe in, shift your weight into your right foot. Flying crescent as you exhale, step your left foot back. Breathe in. Anjaneyasana on your exhale, lower your left knee to the ground. Inhale to reach your arms up. Half split as you exhale, straighten out your right leg. Runner's lunge, breathe in. Right, easy twist. Plant your left hand down, reach your right arm high. Keep your hips level with one another, left hip in line with right, and then twist through your thoracic spine, the middle of your back. From here, use the strength of your core to rise up to open, twisted crescent. So breathe in, lift your torso, reach your left hand forward, your right arm back. Squeeze your inner thighs toward your midline. Maybe create a little bit more twist by doing that. Inhale. Exhale. Star pose, open up, breathe in. Warrior two to the back of your mat, bend your left knee. Breathe in. Breathe out. And now straighten your left leg, both legs straight. Bump your right hip back, like you're doing a booty dance or something. Reach your left fingertips forward, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Let your left hand settle on your shin or a block. And find length in both of your rib cages. Lengthen both side bodies and then roll your right shoulder on top of your left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Peaceful triangle on your inhale. Keep both legs straight. Rise up through center and reach your left arm to the sky. Cartwheel your hands down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Again, option to add on or skip it. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Gaze forward. Travel to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Full. Utkatasana, chair pose. Breathe in, shift your weight into your left foot. Flying crescent on your exhale, step your right foot back and land. Breathe in. Anjaneyasana, slowly lower your right knee down. Breathe in, reach your arms high. Half split on your exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, straighten your left leg. Runner's lunge, shift your weight back forward. Lift your right knee right into your easy twist, plant your right hand down, reach your left arm to the sky. Pull your right hip up so it's level with your left. Twist from the middle of your back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open twisted crescent. Fire up your core. Lift your torso. Reach your right arm forward, your left hand back. Once again, squeeze your inner thighs together. Create stability and integrity in the foundation of this pose. And then twist from the middle of your spine. Maybe you can go a little deeper. On your next inhale, star pose. Open up to the center. Warrior two to the front of your mat. Bend your right knee, straighten out your left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Straighten your right leg. Bump your left hip back. Booty dance once more. Reach your right fingertips forward and then let your right hand land on your shin or a block or whatever you've got. Find as much length in your right side body as you've got in your left. And then roll your left shoulder on top of your right. On your next inhale, peaceful triangle, rise all the way up through center. Reach your right arm high. Cartwheel your hands down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come up high onto your toes, look forward. Travel to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. One more time through. Breathe in, chair pose. Pick up your left foot, flying crescent on your exhale. Your right foot is in front. Breathe in. Anjaneyasana on your exhale, left knee down. Inhale to your half split. Runner's lunge right into your easy twist on your exhale. Open twisted crescent, rise up on an inhale. Star pose, breathe in. Warrior two, back of the mat. Straighten your left leg, triangle pose, reach forward. Exhale. Peaceful triangle, dance it all the way back. Cartwheel your hands down, take your vinyasa. Choose to skip it, handstand, chin stand, whatever you've got in your practice. It's yours to have. From your downward facing dog, look forward. Travel to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Utkatasana last time. Breathe in. Shift your weight to your left foot. Step your right foot back, flying crescent. Inhale here. Anjaneyasana, lower your right knee down with control. Half split is your exhale. Runner's lunge, right into your easy twist. Plant your right hand down, reach your left arm high. And your next inhale, open twisted crescent, rise up. Exhale. Star pose, spin open. Two to the front of the mat. Straighten out your right leg. Trikonasana on your exhale. Breathe in, peaceful triangle, reach up. Cartwheel your hands down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Let it go. Roll your body to high plank pose. From here, lower down onto your forearms for forearm plank. Whew. Activate your core, knit your ribs together. And then use the strength of your glutes to inhale, lift your right leg. It can be an inch, it can be a foot, whatever you want. Breathe in. Lower your right foot down, lift your left. Big breath in. Exhale, lower it down. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders, high plank pose. Pick your right foot up, breathe in. Draw your knee into your nose as you exhale. Inhale, send it back, set it down. Breathe in, your left foot lifts. Knee to nose, exhale. Breathe in, send it back, plant it down, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Woo, breathe in. Let it go. Inhale, look forward, Malasana Yogi Squat. So step there or come up high onto your toes and hop your feet outside of your hands. Adjust your footing if you need to. And then let your hips sink low. But stay activated so you're not just dumping all your weight down. Lift the crown of your head to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale. Reconnect with your breath. Use this as a moment of rest. And then plant your hands down, lift your hips, and heel toe your feet all the way into center to touch. We're going to do a different variation of Malasana. So bend your knees, crouch down, and then take your knees wide. So it's like you're in a butterfly pose, and I'll face the camera for this. You're in a Baddha Konasana, basically, but you're on your toes. And you can stay here. You might crawl your fingertips forward, just a little different variation of Malasana. Try it out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands back if you walk them out. Forward. Crow pose, Bakasana. Lift your hips. Snuggle your knees up into your armpits or high onto your triceps. Press your hands down into the ground. Gaze forward, shift forward. Maybe your feet fly off the ground. Take a couple of breaths for your crow pose. If you've got it in your practice, you can shoot back to Chaturanga, or you can just lower. Whatever you like, we're eventually meeting in a child's pose. So however you get there, however many poses you take in between, it's all fine. It's all exactly what you should be doing. So come into your child's pose. Take a moment of rest. Take a big breath in. And an open mouth exhale. One more like that. Inhale. Release. And now option for a couple of breaths to either try on crow again or try on baby crow, which is on your forearms. We're doing all the crows today. So for baby crow, plant your forearms down, glue your hands to the earth, lift your hips and snuggle your knees right into your armpits, right onto the tops of your triceps, just like you do in crow pose. Gaze out in front of your hands, shift your weight forward, and then maybe lift one foot or the other to make the teensiest, tiniest little baby crow. Try that on. Just about 2 more breaths. And then we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Let's reconnect with a breath in your downward facing dog. And then exhale. Ujjayi breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. 3-legged dog. Lift your right leg high. Breathe in. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Pause. Find that connection. And then inhale, 3-legged dog. Reach back up. Right knee to left tricep on your exhale. Hold. And then kick your right foot out for fallen triangle. Lift your left hand off the ground as your left heel spins down. Reach your hips high. Breathe in. Tricky transition here. Plant your left hand down. Side plank on your left hand. So pull your left foot back through and roll it over to side plank. You can keep a tree variation in side plank or plant your right foot down, whatever you like. Breathe in. Exhale, wild thing. Step your right foot over to the left side. Lift your hips up high and reach your right arm forward. Inhale. On your exhale, plant your right hand down, runner's lunge. Pull your right foot all the way through. Set up here if you need to adjust your foundation, do so. And then on an inhale, rise up for crescent lunge. Bend your right knee, straighten out your left. And then find eagle arms once you have found your foundation. In crescent. You'll wrap your right arm on top of your left for your eagle arms. And now inhale, gaze up and lift your elbows. See if you can create a tiny back bend. Exhale, lower your elbows to touch your right thigh. Hug in. Do that again. Inhale, rise up, little baby back bend. Exhale, bow forward, hug in. How about one more? Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hug in. And come back to neutral. Keep your eagle arms. Another big transition, eagle pose. So come into a one-legged Tadasana on your right foot. Wrap your left leg around your right and settle into your Garudasana. Press your right foot down. Bend into your right knee and then lift your chest. Maybe elevate your gaze. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your inhale, start to unwind. You can keep your eagle arms or let them go. Warrior 3 is your exhale. Tip your torso forward as you extend your left foot behind you like you're going to step on a wall with your left foot. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. Crescent lunge on your exhale. Step your left foot back. If you've still got your eagle arms and you want to keep them, feel free. If not, reach your arms to the sky. Maybe gaze up and find another little back bend. And cartwheel your hands down, runner's lunge. Take a vinyasa if you'd like, or just step back to downward facing dog. Breathe in, reset. Exhale, let it go. And then extend your left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to your left tricep. Pause. Try to create this connection. And then inhale for your three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right tricep, hold. Kick your left foot out, fall in triangle. Spin your right heel to the ground and extend your right arm high. Breathe in, lift your hips a little higher. Exhale, right hand down to the earth. Side plank on your right hand. So pull your left leg through, spin onto the blade of your right foot. Reach your left arm high. Inhale. Wild thing on your exhale. Step your left foot over to the right side of your mat. Lift your hips high, reach forward. Breath in. Runner's lunge on your exhale. Plant your left hand down, step your left foot forward. Find your footing, your foundation, and then rise up, high crescent lunge. Squeeze your inner thighs together, find the integrity of your pose. Eagle arms, this time your left arm is on top. And breathe in, lift your elbows, elevate your gaze. Exhale, hug in. Try to tap your elbows to the top of your left thigh. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hug in. One more, breathe in, extend. Take your wiggles and wobbles, it's okay. And come back to neutral, breathe in. Exhale. Eagle pose, launch out of your right foot, lift it up to your chest. And then cross it over your left leg as you bend into your left knee for your eagle pose. See if you can lift your elbows in line with your shoulders, really creating protraction of your spine, more space between your shoulder blades. Take a breath in. And an exhale. Start to unwind, rise up. Again, keep your eagle arms or let them go. Warrior 3. Tip your body forward. Stamp your right foot behind you. Try to create the shape of the floor with your body, flat like a board. Inhale. Exhale, you got it. One more breath in. Step your right foot back, high crescent lunge. Maybe create a little back bend. Inhale. Plant your hands down, downward facing dog. Get an option here for vinyasa or leave it out. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And now come down onto your shins. We are going to work on funky crow. So if crow pose is new in your practice or you're still working to master it, work on crow. If you've got crow and baby crow was a challenge, you can work on that as well. Or you can put the two together. You can marry them into a teenager of sorts by taking one forearm to the ground. So I'm going to start with my right forearm on the ground and left hand on the earth. So you'll want to align your elbow and your hand approximately. So bring your right forearm down. Align your left hand to your right elbow. Pick your hips up. Snuggle your knees in. So still up onto your triceps as high as you can. It'll be very asymmetrical and very wonky. So know that going in. Gaze out to about where your right hand is, maybe a little past. Shift your weight forward, and then maybe you can climb on to a funky teenager crow pose. Live your life, take flight, be free, be playful. Let it happen in your body the way it is supposed to. Take a couple more breaths on this side, knowing that you have a second side to try. We are asymmetrical beings, so know that this second side might be very different. And when you're ready, bring left forearm to the ground. Right hand aligns with your left elbow. Snuggle your knees in as high up onto your triceps as you can. Once more, remember that it will feel very asymmetrical. That's because teenagers don't know what's going on. Snuggle your knees in. Gaze out to your left hand or beyond. Beyond where you can see even maybe. And maybe you lift one foot or the other or both for your teenager crow. Give it a couple breaths, couple tries. You can let me know after class how it went, what you thought, if it worked. And when you're ready, let it all go. Something to play with in your practice. And come into a downward facing dog. Lift your hips up high, home base. Let's reconnect with our breath. Inhale. Exhale. Reach your right leg high, three-legged dog. Bend your knees, stack your hips open. Maybe draw a few circles. And set up for your half pigeon pose. Pull your right knee toward your right wrist. Swing your ankle to your left wrist. And lower down, lower your back knee. Find your setup. And then you can crawl your body forward. Letting your chest settle over your right leg. Let your breath begin to slow down, taking a little more time on each inhale and each exhale, adding length. Let your body surrender into stillness. And see if you can focus your thoughts on something that is almost within your reach. Something you've been striving for, working for, maybe wishing for. And remember back to that thing at the beginning of class. Something that used to be out of your reach, but is not anymore. And then know that whatever it is you're working on is also close to coming to you. It's right there, right beyond your fingertips. Breathe in. Breathe out. Crawl your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift your torso up. Breathe in, gaze to the sky. And exhale. And tuck your left toes. Three-legged dog. Reach your right leg up. Once more, bend your knees. Stack your hips open. Maybe shake out your leg. And then work for a flip dog. So get really light in your right hand. And let your right foot come to the ground on your left side. Keep both knees bent as you reach your hips high, right arm forward. Breathe. Take a seat as you exhale. Set up for your Janu Shirshasana. You're facing the back of your mat. Snuggle your left foot to your right inner thigh and stretch your right leg out long. Inhale, reach up. Turn your torso and fold over your right leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then lift your body back up. Cross your right leg over your left and just take a little twist to your right side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Uncross your legs. Pass through a tabletop to your downward facing dog. Lift your hips up high. And then extend your left leg. Bend your knees. Stack open your hips. And set up for your pigeon pose. Pull your left knee to your left wrist. Swing your ankle to your right wrist. And then you can fold your torso over your left leg. Once you've fidgeted around, settle into your stillness, determination to stay here and do the work. Keep your thoughts focused as your body remains still. And take a big breath in. And exhale, release. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Press them into the earth to lift your chest up. Breathe in here. And exhale. Tuck your right toes. Lift your left leg. Three-legged dog. Maybe shake out your leg with a couple of circles. And then bend your knees, stack your hips open. Get light in your left hand, heavy in your left foot until it comes all the way down to the ground. Lift your hips up, reach forward. Well, really backwards. Breathe in. And then come down onto the earth as you exhale, sit down. Janu Shirshasana, snuggle your right foot to your left inner thigh, stretch your left leg out. Breathe in, reach up. Turn your torso so it's over your left leg, and then fold. Try to keep a flat back when you fold. Breath in. Breath out. And then lift your torso up, cross your left foot over your right leg, and take a little twist to your left side. Inhale here. Exhale, twist. Begin to unwind. And come all the way down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And we'll come into a twisted root or an eagle leg supine twist. So bring your right foot to the floor, cross your left leg over your right, and then let your legs fall over to the left side. If this feels too intense, you can uncross your legs and just take a regular supine twist. Whatever fits your practice today. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. One more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Come back up through center. Switch out the cross of your legs. Right leg on top. And then let your legs fall over to the right side. Breathe in. Breathe out. And come up through center. Take a happy baby to finish out your practice. I believe the Shavasana song is already playing, so my apologies for a shorter playlist than I intended. If you'd like to restart over this song, feel free to do that now. Take any additional movement that you feel you need in your practice. Set up for your final resting pose. Stretch your legs out long. Let your arms fall down to your sides, palms face the sky. Let your toes splay out to the right and to the left. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And an open mouth exhale. Let your body soften onto the earth. Close your eyes. Let go of anything you're holding on to, any tension in your muscles. Arrive in your Shavasana. Be still and know that I will tell you when it is time to come out. Think big. Look beyond what you can see. Dream of growth. Dream of rising higher. Dream of all the new mountains you'll be challenged to climb. Dream of all the places you have yet to go. And when you have dreamt as big as you can, make a plan. Create a list of what you need to get there. Chip away little by little until your dreams are your reality. And remember, what you want is just beyond your reach until it is not. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Let your breath radiate out into your body. Bring your prana, your life-giving energy, back into your body through your breath. When you can feel your breath out in your toes and your fingers, gently wiggle them, wake them up. Let your movement grow larger a little at a time. And on an inhale, when you're ready, stretch your arms overhead. Take a big, good morning, full body stretch. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. And then roll over onto either side, whichever one is your favorite, and pause in fetal position, the position of rebirth, the position that serves as a reminder that every moment and every breath is a chance for you to begin again. Gently press yourself to a seat. Keep your eyes heavy or all the way closed. And when you get there, extend your arms to the sky. Connect your palms at the top and draw your thumbs down to your heart center. I'll end class as always with the sound of Om, the universal sound that unites us to ourselves, each other, and the world around us. If you'd like to join in, feel free. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale for the sound of Om. As you walk off of your mat today, give yourself a pat on the back for even making it here, and then remember that whatever it is you are working for is just beyond your fingertips, and so soon you'll be able to grab it. Mindfully lift your thumbs to your third eye center, the space in between and just above your eyebrows, where your physical body meets your divine being. And together, in respect for one another and this ancient, beautiful practice, we'll bow forward. Namaste. Thanks, yogis, for practicing with me. I totally meant to tell you that you can use a block underneath your feet in any of the versions of crow pose, which will lift your hips higher and get you closer to the position of crow. So go try that on if it works, or if you'd like, use a block underneath your feet. Let me know what you think. Ask any questions that you have. I hope to see you all so soon.